This golden puff bhatura goes beautifully with chole and other gravy dishes. Ingredients: we require 1.5 teaspoons of salt, 2 teaspoons baking powder, 1 tablespoon sugar, 3 tablespoons of unsweetened natural yogurt, 6 tablespoons of canola oil, 50 ml of fresh milk, and 40 ml of soda water, and a little bit of dry flour to dust the dough with, and we need oil for frying. So there's 300 grams of plain flour here. Going to mix all these into the flour one by one. Goes in the salt, baking powder, sugar, yogurt, and the oil, plus the milk, and lastly we'll throw in the soda water. Mix it thoroughly. It's very easy to do and yet very tasty indeed. Okay, so the dough is nicely mixed with all the ingredients there, and now I'm going to give it a good knead. Now this is just the right consistency, a nice knead. Bind the dough really well, give it a good knead. I'm going to dribble a little bit of oil on the surface just like that, and just give it one more slight toss in here, and I'm going to wrap it up into a Glad wrap and put it aside for several hours for it to rise a little bit. So here we go, there's your beautiful dough for the bhatura. Get the Glad wrap here, shift it to one side, and just wrap it in your Glad wrap just like that. Here we go, and let's just put it aside for several hours. Well, we're ready to fry our bhaturas now. So break a piece of the dough that's prepared. Now bhatura is usually rolled out in an oblong shape, and because I'm using a small frying pan, so I'm going to make my bhaturas nice and small. Normally you'd find them nice and big in the restaurants, but my one's going to be nice and small. So let's start rolling. Give it a bowl shape, just like that, and they should be quite rubbery. So here we go, there's one, and slide this into the hot oil. And here's your bhaturas puffing now. Ah, looking beautiful, golden brown. Look at that. Perfect. Absolutely. Perfect dough for this bhatura. So there's one. And it goes beautifully with the chole. Isn't that tempting and very appetizing? Mix all above ingredients in a bowl and knead well. Wrap dough in Glade wrap and keep aside for minimum 2 hours. Dough left longer ferments more and tastes better. Divide dough into 12 to 15 golf-sized balls. Roll out into oblong shapes. Deep fry in hot oil until puffed and golden brown. Serve hot with chole. Butter chicken needs no introduction. I'm sure you must have eaten and relished butter chicken. Today you will watch me prepare butter chicken using the traditional authentic recipe. We have 2 sets of ingredients here, one for the marinade and one for the sauce. Let's move on to the marinade ingredients. You require 1 kg of boneless, skinless chicken breasts, 600 grams of unsweetened natural yogurt, 2 tablespoons of crushed garlic, 2 tablespoons of crushed ginger, 2 tablespoons of roasted garam masala, 2 teaspoons of ground roasted cumin powder, 2 teaspoons of chaat masala, 2 teaspoons of salt, 1 teaspoon chili powder and 1 teaspoon of tandoori color, followed by 4 tablespoons of lemon juice and 1 tablespoon of canola oil to give the butter chicken a nice glaze. On to the sauce ingredients: 200 grams of butter, 1 tablespoon of kasuri methi, 1 tablespoon of crushed ginger, 1 tablespoon of crushed garlic, 2 tablespoons of rose sugar, 1 teaspoon of chili powder, salt to taste, 300 ml of fresh cream, 400 ml of water and 415 grams of canned tomato puree. Today I have decided to cube my chicken breasts. You can by all means have the whole chicken breasts, slip them, marinate them into your yogurt mixture and then bake it. After baking, make them into cubes. So let's move on to our marination process now. Let's put in all these ingredients into the natural yogurt. That's the ginger and the garlic. In goes the cumin powder, followed by the chaat masala, salt of course, and the magic powder, tandoori color powder, and the chili powder. And give this yogurt a real good mix. And you can see how beautiful and rich the color is. And the smell is just unbelievable. I'm going to dip my cubed chicken pieces into the marination ready for baking. So in goes those pieces there. Give it a good mix, and before you put them into the oven to bake, remember to leave your marinated chicken pieces in the fridge overnight for marination. A real good soaking. And so before you proceed to put this in the fridge for overnight marination, remember to add in your lemon juice and the oil to give it a beautiful glaze. Mix it well and it's ready to go in the fridge now. So your marinated chicken is out from the fridge now, beautifully marinated, and it's ready to be baked. Remember, bake it at 180 degrees centigrade for 15 to 20 minutes. Let's get our grilling tray and scoop the chicken pieces onto the tray, ready to return it to the oven. Here we go. Lovely, juicy, succulent chicken pieces, beautifully marinated in authentic traditional spices, getting ready for your butter chicken. Here we go. And now it's ready to go into the oven. Okay, now that the chicken is baked, let's proceed to make the butter chicken sauce. First and foremost goes in the butter, followed by the rest of the ingredients. Salt to taste, chili powder, and the main ingredient of butter chicken is kasuri methi, and of course butter. In goes the puree, then the cream, and last of all, water. Okay, give it a good stir and bring the sauce to boil for 5 minutes, and then simmer the sauce for another couple of minutes on low heat. When the sauce is almost ready, we will be ready to add the chicken pieces. You can see that the butter chicken sauce is ready now. The oil globules are on the surface, and in goes the cooked chicken cubes. Give it a stir and further cook for 1 or 2 minutes only, and your butter chicken is ready. So our butter chicken is ready now. Let's garnish it with fresh chopped coriander leaves, followed by almond flakes. Here we go. And it smells delicious. Beautiful aromatic smell oozing out. Enjoy your butter chicken. Dip chicken into marinade mixture, refrigerate overnight. Lift chicken pieces out of marinade and bake in preheated oven at 180 degrees centigrade for 15 to 20 minutes until cooked and tender. Melt butter in a deep pan and add sauce ingredients. Bring sauce to boil and simmer on low heat for 5 minutes. Add in cubed chicken pieces and continue cooking until sauce thickens and oil globules appear on the surface. Serve garnished with hot steamed rice, jeera pulao or Indian bread. So, it's chicken tikka today. It's a dish that has been much loved in my household by all my friends, families and children. To prepare this dish, we need ground spices and freshly ground herbs marinated overnight. And let's go into the preparation, and for that we're going to need 1 kg of succulent pieces of skinless, boneless chicken breasts, 600 grams of unsweetened natural yogurt, 2 tablespoons of freshly crushed garlic, 2 tablespoons of freshly crushed ginger, 2 tablespoons of roasted garam masala, 2 teaspoons of roasted cumin powder, 2 teaspoons of chaat masala, 2 teaspoons of salt, a teaspoon of tandoori coloring powder and 1 teaspoon of chili powder, 4 tablespoons of lemon juice and 1 tablespoon of canola oil. Now this canola oil gives the chicken a nice glaze. So let's get cracking. We will make the marinade now. We can just put all these spices into this unsweetened natural yogurt one by one. It goes the garlic, chaat masala, cumin powder, salt, the magic color, and last of all the chili powder, and 4 tablespoons of lemon juice, as I said. Go. And the oil, a tablespoon of, to give it a nice glaze. Mix it gently. See the rich color coming through the yogurt. Beautiful reddish and orange color from the tandoor powder, and the smell is awesome. Beautiful spices and herbs. So here's your marinade ready for the chicken breast to come into the marinade. We're going to lift these pieces of succulent, tender chicken breasts. Give them slits in a couple of places, and this is so that the marinade soaks in right through. Cut the chicken breast in big chunks and dip it into your marinade like so. One more piece, and you do exactly the same. Make slits in a couple of places for the marinade to soak through. Cut it in half into chunky bits and dip it into your marinade like so. I'm going to spoon the mixture in between the slit areas of the tender pieces of the chicken breasts. And this marinade, the chicken pieces, is ready to go into the fridge for marination overnight. Now here I have already prepared some chicken pieces onto bamboo sticks. You can prepare this chicken tikka in 2 ways. You can have them with chunky bits or have it on bamboo sticks. And so here's your marinated chicken tikka pieces ready for overnight refrigeration. So our chicken tikka pieces have been marinating in the fridge overnight, it is now ready to be baked. Here's my baking tray with a grill. You can use a baking tray. If you don't have a grill, please make sure to throw out all the excess water halfway through baking. So I'm going to align these chicken cubes onto the side here like so. Here we go. And I'm going to lift out the other chunky pieces from the marinade. It's beautifully marinated. And arrange them onto the tray just like so. It's got beautiful color, rich oranges, reddish color, and that is the true color of chicken tikka marinade. Here we go. And my last piece here. And these are chicken tikka pieces ready to go into the oven. So, your plump, succulent pieces of chicken tikka is ready to be served now. Serve them on a bed of salad, surrounded by onion rings and lemon slices. And here's your ones in the bamboo sticks. Beautiful, what an aroma! It's gorgeous. And now come the chicken pieces. One beautiful, rich, orangish red color. So it should be two. It's gorgeous. Here we go, our last piece. And let's garnish this chicken tikka with lemon juice. Just sprinkle it very generously over the pieces, just like that. And again, lemon juice and chicken go beautifully well. Followed by a sprinkle of roasted cumin seeds, powder rather. And a dash of chaat masala, and again chaat masala is a magic ingredient with chicken pieces. And lastly, freshly chopped coriander leaves. And here's your chicken tikka ready. Isn't that beautiful? I hope you enjoy it. Cut chicken into cubes and soak in marinade overnight. Thread chicken cubes onto bamboo skewers. Bake in preheated oven at 180 degrees centigrade for 15 to 20 minutes until cooked and tender. Serve as an entree on a bed of lettuce surrounded with red onion rings and lemon quarters. Sprinkle over garnish ingredients. So this time I'm going to show to you how to make chole. Chole is made from chickpeas in a rich tomato-based sauce. Move on to the ingredients. We require 1 teaspoon of chaat masala, half a teaspoon of ground chili powder, 1 tablespoon of crushed garlic, half a cup of fresh coriander leaves finely chopped, 200 grams of chickpeas, juice of 2 lemons, 1 onion crushed, 1 tablespoon of crushed ginger, 2 teaspoons of chana masala, of course salt to taste, a teaspoon of amchur powder, and 2 tablespoons of fresh green chilies crushed. Now with that goes 100 ml of tomato puree, about 5 tablespoons of canola oil, and 100 ml of water. Okay, so here's your chickpeas. Wash it, soak it overnight. Next day, drain the water out, fill it up with clean water and bring it to boil. Cook till it is 3/4 cooked, and while you're cooking, please add 1 tea bag. The tea bag gives it a nice rich golden color. When the chickpeas is cooked 3/4, add 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Why? Because the baking soda is going to make the chickpeas soft yet not mushy. So here I have my already cooked chickpeas, nice and golden brown looking. Pour the water out, remaining water out from the chickpeas, and chickpeas should be firm, not mushy, and I'll just show you the right texture. Take a chickpea and press it like so, and you can see how your chickpeas nice and firm yet soft. Okay, add oil to your pan. And when your oil is nice and hot, add your onions, followed by ginger and garlic. Here we go, and fry your onion, ginger and garlic until it is nice and brown. Keep stirring from time to time. So the onions are nicely brown. I'm going to add to it the rest of the ingredients. In goes the chickpeas, followed by the chana masala, salt to taste, the amchur powder and the chaat masala, chili powder, fresh green chilies nicely crushed, and we leave this till the last, the garnishing bit. Now juice of 2 lemons, in goes the tomato puree, and last of all the water. There we go. Give it a good mix. Oh, the sauce is looking beautiful and rich, orangish in color. Now we're going to cover this and let it cook until the gravy is nice and thick. Okay, so the chole is now ready. Beautiful, rich orange gravy. Let's garnish it with lots of coriander leaves, finely chopped, and just a dash of lemon juice. Give it a little mix. And that's your beautiful green and orange colored chole ready. Wash chickpeas thoroughly. Cook chickpeas in a pot of water together with a tea bag until half cooked. Add baking soda and cook further until chickpeas are soft but not mushy. Heat oil in a pan and saute onion, ginger and garlic till light brown. Add in rest of the ingredients, cooked chickpeas and half of 1 lemon juice. Cook covered until gravy thickens. Lastly, add in remaining lemon juice and fresh coriander leaves and mix lightly. Serve hot with freshly made bhaturas. This rice that I'm going to make is impressive, delicious, pleasing to the eye and very, very fragrant. Now, if you have guests dropping by all of a sudden and you're wondering what to give them, this is the way to go about it. And to prepare this superb fragrant rice, you will require 600 grams of basmati rice, and I have chosen the top super brand of basmati rice, and that is Kaiba brand of basmati rice. Fragrant, delicious and superb quality. Then we need 4 bay leaves, a quarter teaspoon of nutmeg powder, a quarter teaspoon of food coloring powder, 1 teaspoon of saffron strings, and salt to taste, 2 tablespoons of flaked almonds for garnishing, 5 tablespoons of clarified butter. And here I have a mixture of spices. There's about 3 star anise shaped seeds in here, about a teaspoonful of mace, and 8 pods of green cardamom pods, and about half a teaspoon of cumin seeds in there, and again about 6 cloves. So that makes up our spice for the rice. And don't forget 750 ml of hot boiling water, additional water just to make a small paste to decorate the rice at the end of the cooking. So let's proceed to make this delicious rice. And first of all, we have to fry the rice in this clarified butter. So in goes the butter. There we are. Bring the clarified butter to melt. And now that our clarified butter is nicely melted and nice and warm, let's put in these spices and stir fry the spices for a couple of minutes, making sure that you're stirring them from time to time. A nice aroma is starting leave off now, and we're going to put the rice in to this pot now. 600 grams of superb quality Khyber brand rice is going in there, and keep stirring your rice and fry until the grains start to separate. And this Khyber brand of rice is super quality, very fragrant, and it has got beautiful long grains. And once the rice is cooked, the grains get longer and it's really separable. So it's a really super brand of rice to use. And again, please use the Khyber brand rice for preparing this particular red rice pulao. I can smell the beautiful aroma and the fragrance just coming off this pot here. And the rice is browning beautifully. The grains are separating very nicely. Okay, so you can see that the grains are nice and separable now. They are not sticking to one another. We're going to add the boiling water into this rice, followed by the rest of the ingredients. So in goes the water, and that was 750 mils. There we go. I'm going to put a little bit of salt to taste. Okay, so followed by the nutmeg powder, and then the bay leaves and the saffron strips. Now we're going to save the tandoori color powder and the almond flakes for garnishing once the rice is completely cooked. We're going to cover this rice and let it cook for 15 to 20 minutes or until all the water has been absorbed, and remember to cook the rice on low to medium heat. So in goes the lid here, and we'll turn the heat down and wait for the rice to be well cooked and all water to be absorbed. This superb brand of fragrant, delicious Khyber brand of rice has been cooking for 15 minutes, and I believe the water must have been absorbed. So let's take the lid off and have a look. It's got the most beautiful fragrance. Okay, to finish this off, I'm going to make a paste using a little bit of water, and this is the tandoori color powder. Give it a good stir, and I'm going to dribble this tandoori color powder in an X design. So here we are, taking that in your spoon, just dribble it in an X fashion. Just like that, and coming this way. Now this gives your rice a variegated look. So you don't end up getting all your rice red in color. You'll get bits of red and bits of white here and there. And that's, so now we have to give this rice a nice stirring in and use a fork. The idea of using a fork is that your rice grains don't break. They stay wholesome, and this rice is absolutely beautiful. You can see, you can just about count the grains. Beautiful long grains and absolutely separable. And can you see this beautiful two-tone colors coming through? Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that. Now, very appealing to your eyes, very fragrant, delicious, and prepared in no time. So I am absolutely delighted with this particular recipe. Time for serving now. So are you ready? Because I'm ready. Let's serve this delicious rice. with flaked almonds. And here's your rice.